Oh, hello everybody, and welcome back to Robert's Reviews. I'm sorry this is later than I anticipated. I had to stew for a bit about this last episode, and then I had to go to class. For those of you who don't know, I have a class from 9 to 10, so it will take me a little bit more time, perhaps, to upload my Friday reviews, especially if it comes out that day. So, today, Wandavision episode 5 came out, and I watched it at 8 a.m., and then I had half an hour to, think about it before I had to go to class, and now I'm filming it after class, and then I'll upload it as soon as I'm done filming it, so, which is why I don't edit my Robert's Thoughts videos. But today I'm so excited we're going to be talking about WandaVision episode 5. Oh, wow, 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 wow. Wow. Okay. Spoiler alert. Okay, if you don't like spoilers or you haven't seen it yet, just click off. Okay, just don't. But for those of you who have watched it or don't care about spoilers, holy crap! So we start the episode off where we're back in Wanda's world, and we can see that Vision is starting to get a little suspicious about things, and the babies grow up. They're now like 10 years old, because they want to get a puppy. In order to be a puppy, they have to be 10 years old, so they just magic themselves older. So, that got me thinking about something else. But, we also see some stuff outside of the dome, or the hex, as they're now choosing to call it. We're learning that they're slowly learning that it's Wanda's thing. Wanda's being a terrorist here. So they're trying to figure out how they can reach Wanda and figure out how to terminate her, so that way they can stop this, literally terrorist act. And throughout the whole show, essentially the whole idea of this episode is Vision's figuring out what's happening. He even goes to Norm, his buddy at work, and goes into his brain and figures out what's going on. And he's like, "Yo, I'm being held captive here by a person. I need help." And Vision's realizing that this is Wanda, and he's freaking out, and he's trying to figure out how to help it, but he can't yet. And then at the end of the episode, Wanda comes outside of the hex. She exits the hex because the bad guys, or I guess the good guys, Woo, and the FBI enter the hex with a drone from the 80s, because that way it won't change, because they're realizing that she's just morphing reality to fit what it's supposed to be. So what's her face that went in there, her bulletproof vest turned into these pants that were also bulletproof because she just morphed the material. So if you put in a drone that's from the 80s, then it won't change. So but they did that, and Wanda got mad, so Wanda came out and was like, "Hey, don't stop interfering with my life, or I'll kill all of you," and then went back into the hex. Then, the end of the episode is really where I have to talk about. The rest of it's very self-explanatory, and there's not a lot that we can really pick apart from that, aside from the fact that we're learning a lot more. We're learning about what Wanda's actually doing, where she's keeping everyone hostage and morphing reality to fit what she wants. Which is really cool. We also learn that Wanda stole Vision's dead body, so we can assume that either she actually has the power to reincarnate Vision, and it's actually Vision with reincarnated. So obviously he doesn't have his memories from before, but it's possible that he has it's the same body and the same brain, just a little bit behind, and it doesn't understand what happened before he died. Which would be interesting. Or they just use the body to help figure out exactly what Vision would look like. I'm not sure. We're still unclear about that. But the end of the episode is really what's important here, where at the last second, when Vision's trying to talk Wanda into stopping this weird thing that's happening, there's a knock at the door, and Wanda's like, "I'm not doing that. That's not me this time." So Wanda goes to get it, and we see Evan Peters as Quicksilver. So I've never actually seen the X-Men movies because it wasn't important to me. I heard they were not good, and I heard they just genuinely weren't very good. And it wasn't MCU, so I didn't really care. I will be watching in the future because I want to do a series on the Fox movies, but I knew Evan Peters was in it, and I love Evan Peters. I love him as an actor a lot. And so I obviously knew that it was Evan Peters. And so I was really excited to see that, we got him there. But then, I'm confused because his name isn't Pietro, right? In the X-Men movies? I believe his name is isn't it Peter or something? I'm pretty sure it's not Pietro. But then she calls him Pietro, and he's like, "Yeah, that's me." So I'm wondering. So here are my thoughts. Here are my theories. For one, it could just be an entire. It says that he was recast, which is insane. But we have a couple theories we can run here. Okay, either it is the same actor but a completely different character, and it's just a fun little thing, which is unlikely for Marvel to do. So I'm gonna rule that one out. I don't think it's just a coincidence. Okay. 2. Wanda has full access to the multiverse and literally drew her brother from a different dimension to this dimension to be her brother, which is possible, but it doesn't make up for the fact that he doesn't know who he is really. So that's interesting. There's a third theory. I was thinking about it, but I forgot. Oh yeah. The twins could have done it because we realize that Wanda clearly doesn't know what's going on. She has no idea. Or she's making that up so that Vision doesn't think it's her anymore, which is possible, but unlikely. So it's possible the twins brought him back because their dog died. Okay? So what if, in exchange for the brother, they're like, all right, now we get our dog back? That's possible. But the brother's different, so it's confusing. I really don't know what to think about it. If anybody has any thoughts on the episode or that particular part of the theories, drop in the comments down below. I'd love to give them a read. Please put them in the comments down below. I got a week of anxiety before I get to find out maybe what happens. I'd love to watch all the X-Men movies by then, but I don't see that happening. So that's unfortunate, but we'll see what happens. There's just too many to watch. And I'm busy with school. I changed my major and I'm trying to add a class, but they're being annoying about it, so it's complicated. But I don't really want to talk too much more about it because I do want to upload this and get it to you guys as fast as possible. I'm sorry about my hair. It's insane. I didn't do anything to it this morning. I literally rolled out of bed, watched WandaVision, went to class. So I do have to go watch another movie today. Hopefully it'll get my mind off of WandaVision for at least a little bit. But I hope you guys are doing okay. I mean, after that episode, having to wait a week is just literally insane. It feels like torture. Because I've never watched anything as it came out in a long time. I've been watching Your Honor, which comes out on Showtime. And so that's like bit by bit, once a week. But it's not super cliffhangery like this. This is insanely cliffhangery. And like most of the time when I watch something, it's on Netflix, so I can literally just watch all of it. But now we're back in the age of where we can stream things, but it's still weekly, which adds to my frustration. But also, I love it. Like, I love the idea that we get a little bit each week, and we don't really get to find out what happens all at once, because that's, life's not fair. But I like the suspense feeling, and I like all of that, so I'm really excited that this is able to happen, and I'm so excited to see the next episode. I'm so excited. We still have 4 episodes left. This was the mid-season, by the way, so that was probably the biggest twist we'll see. I'm not expecting much else of a twist, but we'll see. I know that, I forget her name, but the girl that's from Captain Marvel, she said she knows somebody, like a scientist or whatever, that might be able to help. I don't know who she's speaking of. I tried to think about it, but I can't think of who she would know. So I'm interested to see how that goes. And also when they mentioned Captain Marvel, she got upset. So I'm wondering why she's upset with Captain Marvel. I'm sure we'll find out in Captain Marvel 2, but we'll see. But I think that's going to do it for me today. I don't want to talk for too long. Please consider subscribing. It helps a lot. And I do release a video every Friday about this. I have DCEU Monday, Leonardo DiCaprio Tuesday, Marvel Cinematic Universe Wednesday, and then I have Steve Carell Thursday and requests on Fridays. Today, I also released the Social Network review. Go give that a watch. Shout out to my buddy Julian for requesting that in the comments below of one of my videos. If you guys want something requested, put it in the comments down below of this video and I'll add it to my list. And as always, keep watching movies and television, stay educated, and I'll see you guys in the next video.